Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. Excuse me. I have been solving math problems, data sufficiency problems for GMAT out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, 12th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You should be able to find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you're going to find on page number 275, number 29. Number 29. Let's take a look at it. Alright. As I explained before many times, probably in the previous clips, not probably, I did do it in the previous clips, that when a teacher, helper, whatever you want to call it, is sitting with other person, any instructor with a little bit of with if they're sitting with the other person, either face-to-face or over the internet or even over the phone, face-to-face of course is easier, or in Skype with Skype is easier because you can also see person's facial expressions, but even over the telephone, it's very easy to figure out, it's very easy to gauge the ability of the client very quickly. And you can adapt your teaching style based on how much help the person needs. With these clips that I make, I have no way of knowing, I have no idea as to who is watching, I do not know what your background is. And there are people who are in the 700s and watching these clips because they want to get higher than that. And there are people who are scoring in 500, so there are people of different ability watching it. So sometimes I tend to explain a bit too much because I feel it's safer that way. I don't want to leave out any people. So here we go. It says number 29 is what we're doing. It says a circular tub has a band that is painted around the circumference. So here's my circular tub. And on it we have a band painted around the circumference. And it's X meter. From here to here. The question simply is, what is the surface area? What is the surface area of this painted band? What is the surface area of this painted band? Do you understand what that means, surface area? Surface area. What does surface area mean? Surface area means exactly what it says. It means area on the surface. And that's probably why it's called surface area. For example, I'm going to give you a quick example. For example, if we have a rectangular box, let's say 10 by 3 by 5, what is going to be the surface area of this box? This box has what are known as faces. It has 6 faces. One face is this one, 10 by 5 is one face, 10 by 5. The area of this face, 10 by 5, is 50. Similarly, there will be another face on the back of the box, 10 by 5. So, times 2. Similarly, we have this face, which is 5 by 3. The area of this face is 5 by 3. And there are 2 of them. There is one here and there is one on the other side. And similarly, there should be one more face. Which one did I leave out? We got this face, we got this face. and a 3 by 10. You see, from here to here is 10, which is this part right here, and this is 3, which is this part right here. So 3 by 10 right here. 3 by 10. And again, there are two of them because there is one on the top and there is one on the bottom. These are the areas on the surface. In other words, if I wanted to paint it with a brush, how much area would I need to paint? That's what the question is. How much area would I need to paint if I were to paint the whole entire box, every side of, again I use the word term side, which is not a right term. Every face of it, not the edge, not the side, is called the face. If I were to, it has 6 faces. If I were to paint all 6 faces of a box, how much paint would I need? In order to figure that out, I need to figure out the surface area. Area on the surface. You see, right here. And that will be the answer to this one. Here the question is, I'm going to erase this thing because we don't need it. Here the question is, how much is the surface area of this band that they have around the cylinder? A circular tub has a band painted around its circumference, as shown above. What is the surface area of this painted band? So I have here, okay, don't be startled. Here is all of a sudden magically a cylinder appeared here, and on which I'm going to paint a band. Right here is my band, right here. As you can see, I'm going to paint it all the way around. All the way around, there's going to be a band, and this band is X meter high. The question is, what is the surface area of this band? Now, in order to figure that out, as I slid it on the top, I hope that you're able to see that the length of this band, is actually circumference of the circle. I need to know how long this band is, and I need to know how wide it is. They tell me that it is X meter, and I need to figure out how long it is. The length of this band is actually the circumference of this circle. Circumference is just a fancy way of saying the perimeter of a circle. Circumference is just the distance around a circle, or perimeter of a circle. Of course, you understand what perimeter means. Perimeter means the distance around a picture. If I draw a picture, what's the perimeter of this picture? Well, in other words, if I were to walk around this picture, how much would I end up walking? Well, if I start my journey here, from here to here, that distance plus this distance plus this distance plus this distance plus this one plus this one plus this one plus this one is called the perimeter of the thing. And because circle is such a special shape, such a unique shape, that mathematician has given it a unique name. Instead of speaking in terms of a perimeter of a circle, the unique name the mathematician has given to the concept of a perimeter of a circle is circumference. It's the distance around the circle. So I need to know how much is the distance around the circle, because that will tell me how long this band is, and I need to know how wide it is. That's what we need to figure out. Let's see if the information that they give us in the two statement help us in answering that question. Statement 1. Well, statement 1 does tell me that this is 0.5 meter. It tells me it's half a meter. So now we know that the width of this thing is half a meter. But we still do not know, if I were to slide up here again one more time, I don't think I need to do it. If I slide it all the way, I need to know how long that is, because that's how much we're going to end up painting. How long it is will be given by some information about the circumference of the circle, or the diameter, or the radius. If you tell me the radius or the diameter, we can figure out the circumference, or you can give me the circumference itself. First statement by itself is not enough. It's only half the information. It tells me how wide it is, but we have no way of figuring out how much the distance is around the circle. The first statement by itself is not enough. AD, BCE. Since the first statement by itself is not enough, we know that the answer cannot be A or D. Let's look at second statement. Perhaps second statement will give us, we already know how wide it is, perhaps second statement will tell us either the radius or the diameter or the circumference itself. Second statement tells me the height of the tub is 1 meter. Bloody hell. the height of the tub is 1 meter. Well, how the hell is it going to help us figuring out how wide open the circle is? It's not going to tell us the circumference of the circle. As I said before, in order to figure out the circumference of circles, you can either give me the circumference itself, just tell me out loud the circumference of the circle is so many meter, or you can give me the radius of the this cylinder that I'm holding in my hand, or you can give me the diameter, because circumference is, as you know probably, is 2 pi r. 2 times pi times r. If I know the radius, I can figure out the circumference. If you give me the diameter, which is 2 times r, multiplied by pi, we can figure out the circumference. That is the distance around the circle. That is the length. That's the length of this my band here. Because if my band here, if I put it around it, see, it covers the entire cylinder. It does not overlap. The length of this band is the circumference of the circle. We do not know that. Second statement by itself is also not enough. It just tells me how long the cylinder is. Great, but it doesn't tell me how wide open the cylinder is. Second statement by itself is also not enough. The answer cannot be B. If you put them together, it still is not going to give us the answer as to what the circumference of the circle is. The answer is E. In E being neither. Neither of these statements are any good in figuring it out the surface area of this band. The surface area of the band. First statement tells us this is half a meter tall, but it does not tell us how long it is from here to here, which is the circumference of the cylinder. As I already showed you maybe 2 or 3 times, I'm going to do it one last time right here. That is the circumference. The length of this band is the circumference of this cylinder. We do not know that. All right. I hope you found it helpful. I know sometimes I do too much. I tend to overdo it, but anyway, I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, face-to-face tutoring, or tutoring over the internet via Skype, or tutoring over the telephone, if there is anything at all that I can help you with your preparation for GMAT, go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com and send me an email. Or you can go to www.keshwaniprep.com and send me an email. Alright, thanks.